Kusanali. An Asian blessing, now 10% off.
We're the festival guides, and we'll show you around.
Yes, that's right. We are bards from Mondstadt. Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope to find fresh inspiration here.
I just noticed that. What did Paimon do? Paimon? What are you doing? Bish? I've been liking calling Paimon a bish.
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, where's Tonga's bard then? Huh. Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Do you think he didn't receive an invitation?
Even if he was invited, there's a chance he still wouldn't show up. Ooh, because he has some Canria ties.
Huh?
Canria.
Why's that?
Well, you know, Ventis and...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer rules over Mondstadt, he's still an Archon. If he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish, it would also sort of be shameless of him too.
Ooh, who's there? There's Klee. So I've been upgrading my Shincho, and I just got a flower with crit rate. It's not that much, but it's on its work.
Miss Honorary Knight, Paimon!
Klee! Long time no see!
It's Klee! Were you also invited to the Iridori Festival?
I mean, she was invited to the chasm.
No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation.
Ooh! I be the fake one or the real one?
But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days, Albedo arranged for someone here to issue me a dependent pass.
I really like the colors of Klee. I mean, I have my Yanfei and she's still not doing great, but having a Klee or Yanfei with Xingqiu, I think it will be great. A great combo. I like the combo of colors here, Albedo and Klee.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Ooh, so wise. I mean, so smart.
I knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 coffin!
Oh, you're so smart, Paimon.
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, calcs.
Calcs.
Oh, by the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is? I'll be meeting with the editorial director of the Yai publishing house there.
Okay. So cutesy.
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma. We'll be heading there too.
Great. Let's get going then.
Yeah, I was just remembering. I mean, Klee would be fun to play instead of this big girl Janfei, but the thing is, with Janfei I can get, and I have constellation things, and with Klee I would have to wish for them. Did I upgrade Janfei's main attack? Okay, to 8. I need to level her up. And these are 6, right? 6.
Now arrived at the magnificent Iridori Festival.
Because of the constellation.
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Ooh. This is so beautiful. Where did she go?
Slow down, Klee.
Huh.
Please be careful not to bump into others.
She ran away like always.
Telling Klee so many stories about Inazuma during the trip was probably not the best idea. As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. It appears she's even more excited now that we've arrived.
That's how kids are. He would expect that she will sleep here, but no.
Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama, isn't here yet. I'm certain he said that he'd be sure to arrive before me. This might be a problem.
What's wrong?
Well, Mr. Hiroyama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the 5 Kasen today. That way, I could better visualize the content for my paintings.
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
He's like a little wobba there.
I only know of the 5 Kasen by name. Because of the sheer age of the tale, very little has been passed down to this day. So Mr. Hiroyama decided to help me collect some more information.
Literally bunny thingy.
I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired. So I agreed on only receiving the details today.
So when do the paintings have to be done by?
Today.
According to the festival plans, the portraits will be revealed one at a time throughout the various stages of the Irodori Festival. The first one, depicting Suiko, will need to be done before the festival's official opening ceremony, which is the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow? Then you're already running out of time!
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were always tight and finished at the last minute. Just last month, to ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival, I had to complete the final chapter's illustrations the same day I received the manuscript.
Ooh.
I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in Inazuma. I still don't know how well they turned out.
Paimon isn't sure if she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions or compliment you on your artistic genius.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance, so that I can be better prepared.
Speaking of which, Miko did mention...
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be around the Outlander Affairs Agency these next few days. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hirayama's over there too. We'll take you over there to see if we can find him, Albedo.
Alright, it's worth a try.
Klee.
Klee, you haven't slept for a while now. Please stay at our residence in the International Trade Association and get some rest. We will be back soon.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best behavior.
Oh, little Klee. Hey, baby Klee. Up there.
Fingers crossed he comes traveling.
Ooh, Aratani.
This can't be happening. The moment we need to contact Onodera is when he's on special leave. Kuroda and I will go back to Inazuma City for an emergency printing run. The demand for this book is so high, though. Even with the emergency prints, it still might not be enough.
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd really be in boiling water. Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse has anything to do with this?
Ooh.
Well, the editorial director is on his way over there to investigate the situation as we speak.
Sorry to interrupt, but what's going on here?
Oh, hey, Traveler. Don't worry. It's nothing, just an internal issue. That's all. How can I help you?
I'm looking for the editorial director, Mr. Hirayama. Does anyone know where he is now?
Mr. Hirayama is currently at the warehouse down by the harbor.
Oh, hold on a second, Murata. Excuse me, but you must be Calx, the one who was invited to paint the 5 Kasen for the festival?
Yes, I am.
Yes, that's me.
Almost. It sounds more logic, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must be inquiring about information regarding the 5 Kasen. I do apologize, but please make yourself comfortable at the International Trade Association, and I will let Mr. Hirayama know to send you the materials right away.
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we can go find him ourselves.
About that.
Excuse me, but is there something wrong with the latest volume of A Legend of Sword?
Huh? How did you know?
Yeah.
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hirayama needed to send me some supporting materials, that means the editorial director didn't forget about it. Instead, something urgent must have cropped up. To add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, you were still unwilling to let me go to Mr. Hirayama directly. After considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me is if something happened to A Legend of Sword, which I did the illustrations for.
Well, I'm very sorry. The situation is just as you said, Calx. I suppose it doesn't hurt to tell you now. Earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious outlander sneaking around inside the Iridori Festival warehouse down by the docks. So they promptly alerted the Tenryo Commission. The Tenryo Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting space in the warehouse. It was then that we realized that the latest copies of A Legend of Sword had suddenly gone missing.
What? The books are missing?
Oh no. Not the books.
Shh. not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Iridori Festival, but the author, Hues, will be personally attending the release party as well.
Because of the dire situation, Mr. Hirayama immediately hurried to the warehouse to determine whether the theft was related to that suspicious outlander.
I see. It would be a great misfortune if A Legend of Sword would not be released on schedule. And quite a disappointment for Chenyu as well.
Chenyu.
If Mr. Hirayama has gone to the warehouse at the docks, then I'll go down to see if I can be of any help.
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Chenyu. Sounds familiar. Hey, isn't that Xingqiu's pen name?
She said Chenyu different than Albedo, right?
Oh, do you know him?
We have met on a couple of occasions.
Xingqiu would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing. Let's accompany Albedo to the warehouse too.
He's like, oh, okay, these random guys are all doers, you know? Oh, you paint? Oh, okay. You solve crimes? Oh, okay. Oh, you fly? Oh, okay.
Aratani and Kuroda are going back to Inazuma City to start printing extra copies of A Legend of Sword. I'll stay here and hold down the fort. Of course, I still hope those novels can be found soon and that things won't take a turn for the worse.
Murata. Her angry face.
Please be mindful of your
Or
personal safety at all
preoccupied. I
times.
don't know. Ooh, Sarah. Ooh, 20. Kujo, Sarah. Ooh, it's a video. Dude, I got her and I never use her. I want to upgrade my characters. I need to do it. But also my main point right now is getting 2 teams ready for the Abyss, so I can actually get some stars. I mean, I'm closing in on those Abyss 12 stars, but still. Ooh, it's pointing her nosy. 20. You alcoholic bard.
It's you! Why are you here?
Dude, wasn't she complaining that why isn't he here? And now she's, oh, why are you here? Fun, come on, Paimon. Who's making Paimon obnoxious? Or dumb, or, you know, like, it makes no sense.
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryou Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
No, not you.
No, Sarah, Paimon wasn't talking about you!
You beautiful Egyptian princess.
So, tone-deaf bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is indeed me.
I mean, he looks nice, I guess, the color of the eyes. He's a good character, but it's still like, you know, I have to better increase sucrose, because 20 I would need extra primal gems that I don't have.
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it again.
Ooh, Sarah, so strong. Trample on me.
Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
Well, I can't say he's a complete stranger. You could say we are quite familiar.
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
You drunk brother.
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered the country illegally.
Ooh, damn, Venti. Did you come on Storm's back? And did you scare precious little Kujo Sora?
And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze.
Could we ask him a few questions?
If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please, be my guest.
Oh, I'm here with my doggy dog. So cute.
Oh, Venti! You didn't really come here illegally, did you?
Maybe.
Ouch! Your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, all I'm greeted with is grilling questions and suspicious glares.
Dude, I don't remember his voice. He must have talked long time ago. I guess he was at the beginning of the game.
You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more understanding, don't you think?
Similar means?
Let's not bring the past now. We have no choice. Sarah, come on. We are friends now.
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally, right?
Who knows? Who knows that Kamisato Yato guy? We don't know him that well.
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion wine. So, naturally, I decided to set sail with them.
What better ship to go in that? A full one of wine.
Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo crate while carefully comparing the tastes of dandelion wine and Inazuman sake.
so classic Venti.
And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryo Commission General glaring at me from atop the grate.
His eyes.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But it still feels a bit...
childish, shameless.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house, and there are some questions I would like to ask you.
Sure, Hirayama. Ask away.
Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear anything unusual?
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
Oh, you know, it was bound to happen. If Venti is in the banner, he most likely appear.
Oh, I seem to understand now.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means is that he did not hear anything unusual like that.
Huh? Huh? Maybe does.
As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
Oh, so smart.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen books.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, we can draw at least 3 conclusions now. First, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. Second, the culprit was very familiar with the warehouse, and might even have a key. And third...
there must be more than one criminal involved.
I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It must have been a team effort. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree with your reasoning.
No, Sarah, not so easy. You're like, okay, he's from your land. You must be in cahoots with him. You know, that I think that will go in real world.
Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryo Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any further clues, please notify us immediately.
Yes, understood. I'll leave it to you then.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
it was clear as dirty water.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might let me off the hook.
Well, was that little thingy or was the mouth just open? And why is he winking at us? Well, like, you know.
Sarah's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation letter, Venti?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry. I can't seem to remember where I may have put it.
I mean, call Kamisato Ayato, dude. Send a crow to him or something.
How could you lose something so important?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my pocket. So I kept it in my hand the whole trip. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept it in a secure place. I even recall being most pleased at coming up with a good idea at the time.
Under your hat.
If you were holding the invitation in your hands the whole time, then why did you put it down?
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand. I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely I wouldn't put it in just any random place. It could easily be misplaced.
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out, Traveler?
In his butthole.
Huh? You're way ahead of Paimon. Do you two already know where the invitation letter is?
In his butthole. In his shoe? In his cape? his hat?
Ah, yes! I remember now. I knew you'd help me find it.
This is just childish thing. Text.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. Now that we've confirmed this guest's identity, I have no further questions.
Nice.
However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the International Trade Association. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
No.
There goes Sora. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Hirayama about Albedo's reference materials.
Mr. Hiroyama, I'm Calx. We had originally arranged to meet today.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kasen. All the information that we could find is compiled here.
Ooh, reading stuff. My dog is here just sleeping away. So strange. He must be really tired. About the 5 Kasen. Long ago, there were 5 legendary poets in Inazuma. Supremely gifted in music and writing, they were honored as the 5 Kasen, meaning 5 fairies of singing and poetry. It is said that the shogun loved their works profoundly, and that every year one of them would go to Tenshukaku and present their new poetry collection for the shogun's perusal. The 5 Kasen are known as Suiko, Aino Okina, Akahito, Sumisome, and Kuronushi, respectively. But their real names were lost in history. According to a widely accepted theory, tales of the 5 Kasen had once been repeatedly adapted and performed on stage, with the 5 characters each dressed in a distinct color: green, blue, red, white, and black. Over time, the theatergoers started referring to them by these colors, hence the names we see today. Still, there exist other theories. For instance, some believe Suiko was named after his dwelling, a thatched cottage called Suiko Hut. Some also say that the Aka in Akahito was derived from the poet's habit of marking his words with the scarlet red seal. About the tales of the 5 Kasen. Everyone in Inazuma knows the tales of the 5 Kasen, and the stories featuring them were once all the rage in Inazuma. What is unfortunate, however, is that despite their popularity and abundance at the time, not much details survive till today. Most were probably lost during the Great Calamity 500 years ago. Ooh. When you just want to add the calamity in wherever text you have, right? According to existing literature, during the Golden Age, when many such stories were being created, they usually followed the same set of rules. 4 poems in succession, each telling a fragment of the story from a Kasen point of view, with the 4 together completing the whole tale. What was curious was that no single chapter seemed to be narrated from Kuronoshi perspective. Ooh. 5 Kasen summary. Like Suiko, a free, sake-loving soul born into an ordinary family. Some say he got the name Soiko from Soiko Hut, the thatched cottage he lived in. Aoi no Okina, an old man accomplished his chess. In addition to poems, he was also left behind a few novels. Some say he was actually a shogunate official who had not made a name until his senior years. Others say he was not a human, but a very old kitsune in human form. Akahito, a talent swordsman who most likely came from a martial family. Some say his name was derived from his habit of marking his swords with a scarlet red seal. Sumichome. She was once a shrine maiden skilled in floral arts and dancing. Later, she became the shogun's personal attendant. Some say she resigned from her position after she became famous and devoted herself to artistic creation. Others say that she kept serving the shogun into her old age. Ooh. Is that the old lady from the Ayato residence? Kuronoshi. Little is known about him, nor does he know who he really is. Anyone know who he really is? Maybe this explains the more varied version of his identity and personality from story to story as compared to the other 4 cousins.
Let's see here. Yes, it's just as I had suspected. Monikers such as Suiko and Aoi no Okina aren't the real names of the 5 Kasen.
Aoi no Okina.
Though there were once many stories regarding each of the 5 Kasen, the validity of their contents can no longer be verified in present times. Alas, what a shame. But, at the very least, we know that most of the stories were written according to a similar style, so there is still something we may glean from this.
So, is the info useful for your paintings, Albedo?
To some extent, yes. However, I must admit that it is still lacking and fails to fulfill the most crucial element.
Well, we can go to the
inspiration.
heart, to the blah blah blah, to the blah blah blah.
I am sorry that this information is not as exhaustive as you had hoped. However, it is not possible to gather anything more at the moment. Though, Lady Yae did say that there are many variations of the story about the 5 Kasen, and everyone has a different story in their heart. So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart, and create something that you yourself find interesting.
That does sound like something Miko would say.
Thank you, Mr. Hirayama. No need to worry. I'll find inspiration for the portraits.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Oh, and there's one more thing I need to ask of everyone.
Behave.
Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Sword, will be arriving in Inazuma by boat. If you see him, please do not mention the stolen novels for the time being.
Yeah.
Whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the Yae Publishing House will do its best to ensure that the novel's release is a success.
I get it now.
You have my gratitude. I'll be going then.
Well, seems there's nothing more we can do here. Let's go.
Why is Venti there?
Huh? Venti? What are you doing over there? You don't want us to leave you behind, do you?
Maybe.
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind coming over here for a moment? There's something peculiar that I think you should see.
Well, I will take a break.